Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be doing another Throwback Thursday video. This is a series I've only kind of done once before where I realized I wasn't using near as many of my old palettes as I definitely should be, and I have a lot of them, so I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a series so I could remember why I love those, and then if I maybe don't love them anymore, then it'll give me an initiative to get rid of them instead of hold on to them like I've been doing. So for today, I thought it would be kind of fun to do kind of a spring-inspired look. Even though it definitely doesn't feel like spring here, it was snowing today. Just saying, but I mean, Easter just came and went, and I was kind of intending on doing like a pastel-y kind of look for Easter, and it just never happened, so I thought I would do that for today too. And to do that, I'm going to be using, this is the sleeve for it, but this is the palette. This is my Dose of Colors EyesCream palette, and there's just a lot of like really pretty pastel colors in there, like these purples and these pinks, this mint green. So I thought it would be kind of fun today to do like a play on spring colors, some pastel-y colors, and just kind of make a whole spring look for this. So my throwback today is to my Dose of Colors EyesCream palette, which I haven't used in forever. Just because it kind of got buried in the bottom of my collection. So first, as per usual, I'm just putting on my MAC Painterly paint pot. That is generally my first step in almost every look I do. I know I use that a ton, but I haven't seemed to find like an eye primer that I love quite as much. So if you guys have any suggestions for any, please let me know. I am so open to trying new ones. It's one of those things that I actually don't try a ton of. I've gotten really good about trying different kinds of lip products and foundations and stuff like that, but eye primers, not so much. So first I'm going to use this big fluffy brush. This is a ColourPop one. I don't know what it's called because they don't have names on them, which I kind of thought they did. I don't know, but it's this like big fluffy one, and I'm going to take the color Berries and Cream. It's just like this cream color, and I'm just going to use that to kind of lay down like a base of color so that everything else kind of builds up off of that. Because this is sort of my complexion, but a little lighter sort of a color. Like if you guys can see, it's just kind of lightening up that area. It's not really doing a whole heck of a lot, which is exactly what I want because it is, just going to tuck that down a bit. It was getting a little glary. It is like a spring look, and I want those pastel colors to pop as much as possible. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm trying to think of how exactly I want to do this. I had planned on sort of doing like some yellow into a bit of a pink, maybe with some purple on the outside, or let's do the purple, and then if I feel like using that mint chip color, maybe I'll smoke it underneath. So what I'm going to do is, because I want the majority of this color, I think, to be the yellow, and it is the lightest, I'm going to pick that up on a bigger fluffy brush. This is my, oh gosh, it's a T35 Precise Blending brush. I got it in an Ipsy. So I'm just going to kind of sweep that golden color, and its color is Banana Split, if I didn't already say that. It's not standing out quite as much as I really wanted it to, and I'm just wondering if I've got the wrong brush. Oh, there we go, a little bit better. Or I wasn't picking up enough product. I don't remember this palette giving me a hard time in terms of color payoff and picking up product. So that's kind of weird because I don't remember it being bad for that, if that makes sense. Like I can remember it being pretty pigmented. I'm going to try and pick up on a flat brush and pack it on because I do want this like all over my lid, at least on the inner corner. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really popping. It's very gold, but I think in my head I thought it would be more yellow toned. I don't know what I was thinking when I imagined this. It is showing up a fair bit. I don't know if you guys can see that, but definitely not exactly where I wanted this look to go, but that's okay because we're going to bring in some of those more pastel-y colors. Man, I've got bad shine right here. Oh, well. I'll be honest, I did do like a really, like, oh, here too. What is with my face lately? Whatever. I did a really quick hack job of putting on like foundation and stuff today. I'm sure you can tell. Because I kind of got home from work a little late and I do have a test tomorrow, but I wanted to get this done because I'm not going to have time to do it this weekend at all. It's also really windy, so if you hear anything shaking, it's just the wind hitting my windows. So next let's take that color Bubblegum, and I've got a, oh gosh, it's a 221 brush from MAC. If you've watched my channel, you'll have seen it before. It is my favorite brush to put into the crease. And I'm going to put that, there we go. See, the pink is pretty exactly what I thought it was going to be. I still feel like I thought it was more pigmented than this. Maybe I'm just using the wrong brushes. Maybe it's just me. So I'm going to sweep that in a little bit, and then on the outside for sure, just some pink there. Mind you, now that I think about it, when I did used to play with this palette a lot more, I would stick kind of more to the matte colors, like the like Cone and Hot Fudge and this Blueberry Swirl were some of my favorites. So maybe the shimmers just like aren't quite as pigmented as the mattes are, and it is kind of going on a little patchy, which is also kind of annoying me. I'm just going to blend them together and see if I can kind of work that out a bit. So yeah, it is really, really light and subtle. Let's try and see if it'll pack on again. This is like really kind of chunky and flaky. And of course now the sun comes out. It hasn't been out all day, and now I want to film, so it's going to pop its head out of the clouds. Of course. So hopefully it doesn't wash me out too much and you guys can still see more or less what I'm doing. I'm so sorry that my lighting sucks, guys. I've been told before. I'm very aware of it. And I don't mean to sound like I don't care, because I do. I really, really do. But just right now, this is kind of what I'm stuck with. And, you know, I don't really have the time or the means to fix it right now. But, like, it is in the back of my head that I will eventually do it. Oh, this sucks with the light. Yeah, I think it is the mattes that are better, because, like, that purple went on no problem whatsoever. Again, oh, I want the sun to go back behind a cloud. This is really annoying me. Does that help at all? A little bit, maybe. See, it's hard because, like, my curtains are yellow, so if I keep them down, it kind of makes a little yellow cast, which was not my intention. Now, in having put that purple on, I did notice I got rid of almost all of the pink. Whoops. So I'm going to go back in, and the purple was in Lavender Honey. I'm so all over the place today. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go back in with some of that pink and try and just sort of pack it right down the middle to sort of give a little bit of like a rainbowy kind of transition vibe. So can you guys see that? How it goes yellow, then a little bit of pink, and then into that purple color. I'm like creating quite a divot. Like, I'm going to show you guys. Like I said, I don't use this palette a ton, and the pink is really not playing the way I want it to. And, like, do you guys see, like, I've taken kind of, like, a huge divot out of the middle just trying to get it to work. Which kind of sucks, but maybe that's a reason why I haven't really played with this palette too much. So that is pretty much exactly what I kind of was hoping for. Just a really, really light, whimsical, kind of rainbowy spring pastel-y look. I am going to put a little touch of black liner. I was thinking about not, but I think it just kind of needs it to tie it together. And then I think we are going to do some of that mint chip underneath just as a real big pop of color, because I do recall that shade being pretty pigmented. So I'm just going to put, hopefully, fingers crossed, we get this pretty close to the lash line here. There we go, exactly. Like, sometimes I'm much more successful with this than other times. And now that I've said that... Oh, no, not bad. I was going to say, now that I've said that, it probably won't go on this eye quite like I want it to. But that's actually not bad. At least they kind of match. So then I'm going to go in with a pencil brush with that mint chip color, which is super, super pigmented, and put it underneath. Okay, see, it shows up so nice on the brush, and then, okay, kind of, and then just not quite as much underneath, and I'm only going to put it on the outer portion, just like that, just so it's like a little itty bitty touch of green, but nothing too crazy. It doesn't really take away from what's going on the top, which I don't want it to. I don't know. I remember this palette being a lot better. Maybe it is because I used to play with the matte shadows a lot more than I played with the like shimmery ones, and the shimmery ones just aren't as good quality. I think, sorry, I've got something in my eye. It's probably makeup. I think I'm going to have to play with this a little bit more, maybe not on my channel, before I really make a decision if I'm going to keep that or get rid of that, because I don't know, it's not paying off quite like I wanted it to, and the colors are beautiful, but I think I have colors pretty similar to this in other palettes. Sorry, I didn't say, but I'm just using my Benefit, their Real Mascara. I got this in an Ipsy or Top Box or something like that. Normally I do use 2 mascaras to kind of separate and volumize, but this one seems to kind of do, but it does them both to a lesser extent. Like if I used both mascaras, the effect would be bigger, but this kind of does a more toned down version of the lengthening and separating, which is kind of what I like. I don't like my eyeshadow. I don't know who does, but I don't like my lashes to clump together. For a blush color, I wanted to stick to very, very, very summery, or not summery, spring color, so I'm going to use this color. This is in Sweet Vision. It's a MAC Magic Dust Powder, but it kind of works like a blush to me. I don't know. It's kind of in like a orangey sort of a tone. It is super pigmented, so we're just going to do some of that. Oh, get it in the product, Sam. Just for like a little flush. It is spring. We want it to be very light, very airy, what have you. And then for, ooh, I had a highlighter. Okay. For my highlighting, I'm going to use this. This is another palette that I haven't used in forever that I'm going to be honest with you guys. Sometimes I do my makeup when I'm sitting on my bed, and I also like pack on my bed. I know a lot of people do that, but I think one day I was unpacking and this like slipped in between my bed and the wall, and I lost track of it for a while, and then I found it again. So this is the Pure Highlight Palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. Can see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the color in Sunset. It's like this like kind of pinky orangey toned one. I am picking it up on a big highlighting brush, and I'm just going to do that in all the normal places that I normally highlight. And hopefully this even does anything, because I am already very, very glowy. Very, very glowy. Kind of on purpose, kind of by mistake. Okay, so that's that. And then for a lip color today, I'm going to be using a couple more MAC products. So this first one is Little Darling. It came out in the MAC Minis collection with the holiday collection. It's just like a nice like corally orange. They're my favorite kind of oranges. I'm a little annoyed because I can see that it's falling out of the tube. And since it's not permanent, it's kind of fudging up, but that's okay. And then I'm also going to take a lip gloss. This is it's a cream sheen glass in Cha Cha Cha. It came out with the Fruity Juicy collection last year. And I don't normally do glosses, but I'm not going anywhere tonight, so the wind is not going to affect this, because today is definitely a day I would not want to go outside with a gloss on, because it is windy AF. And I actually, for once in my life, brought a setting spray. I'm using my Marc Jacobs Recover Perfecting Coconut Setting Mist. This is one of my favorites because the nozzle is so light. It mists so lightly. So it's just like perfect. You don't soak your face, if that makes sense. And it smells like coconut. It smells really, really good. So I'm going to call that done for this Throwback Thursday. I know that I kind of rushed through this like crazy, but I do want to try and get a couple videos done today before I start studying. So that would be the reason for that. I hope you guys are kind of enjoying the series. If you guys know of my palettes and know of any that you want to see me play with that I haven't played with in a while, or you guys haven't seen in a while or anything like that, please let me know. I always love hearing from you guys. And I am in the midst of putting together a bunch of stuff to do a giveaway for you guys. It probably won't happen for another month or two still, just because there's a ton of stuff that I want to get that I just haven't been able to get my hands on yet for you guys. But keep an eye out for that. It will be coming around in the next month or so. So if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.